Good morning, traders. Welcome to this FXDD video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency, and of course going to take a look at the charts. First of all, though, please be aware of this risk disclaimer. It explains the fact that trading for exchange and global financial markets is considered high risk and may not be suitable for everyone. Please seek the advice of an independent financial advisor for more information on that, and this video is for informational and educational purposes only. All right, don't forget to sign up and subscribe to the FXDD YouTube channel. And you can also, of course, check out our live webinars through these links, trading and educational webinars. Top one is for trading. So you can join all of that. And of course, all those webinars are also uploaded to the FXDD YouTube channel. Alrighty, this is the euro dollar, and so far price is looking like a bull flag to me, and that remains true in my view as long as price stays above this weekly pivot point. Now, break below that would be a little bit concerning for the bulls. In that case, it is also breaking below the 20 EMA, and then there could be more of a bearish breakout to the downside in that case, back to the 144 EMA. But as long as price stays here, I think it's actually a potential bouncing spot for upside, and I think that it could trigger a rally if it breaks above the flag, that is. So that's basically a very interesting spot at this moment. Right here, very good bouncing spot, I think, for potential break of the bull flag and continuation of the uptrend. I would put a fib probably from here to here for the moment. There we go. And you can see there's also a 38.2 fib in this zone around 111.08, 111.20. So if this is indeed a wave 3 and this is a wave 4 correction, well, that's typical for a choppy wave 4, is that it stops at the 38.2 fib and then continues with the trend. So that would fit the bill. If it does continue higher and breaks above this bull flag, I think that for the moment, 112.25 is the next target. That's the R1, also the minus 272 target. And if it breaks above that, of course, there's a good alignment there with R2 and the minus 61.8 target at 113. So those are the targets to the upside. 112.50 is a round level to be aware of as well, by the way. Now, if it sinks, if it breaks below the 38, I think there could be a break flag continuation. And if it breaks through the 144 EMA, of course, maybe then in that case, this is definitely not an uptrend anymore. And there could be basically probably an ABC correction rather than an uptrend. And there could be more downside. So on a higher time frame, let's take a look at that. Price has reached the 144 EMA of the daily chart. And that has always been a very strong level, and of course in recent history on the euro dollar as well. Every time bounce spot for more downside. So that's very dangerous for the bulls. Now this time around the momentum was very, very strong. So that's why from that point of view I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks to the upside. But then again, if it breaks through 111, yes, more downside, very likely when considering the 144 EMA on the daily chart, to go back down to, as I mentioned on the hourly chart, first of all, the 110.50, if not even further down to 110 round level. All right, so far, pretty nice uptrend, absolutely. Let's see if we get the continuation or not. All right, if we get the breakout like this for downside to retest maybe these lows at around 110 and 109.30 here. Weekly chart is bullish in my view, with 3 strong bullish candles. So even though the daily, there could be a bounce at the daily 144 EMA, the bounce might just be a retracement. Because if I look at the weekly chart with these 3 bullish candles in a row, that typically indicates reversal. So I'm now leaning from this perspective, on a weekly perspective, for more upside. But it doesn't have to happen right away. It could be a retracement first, down to 109.50 for instance. I could put a fib on the entire upside. Hang on. Like that. Yeah, 109.40 or 110. And that could be a bouncing spot for a new rally up to these targets here at 113.50 and 114.60, around the 144 EMA of the weekly chart. All right. So last week was certainly a bullish candle, and that's why I favored upside for this week. But if price doesn't break above the bull flag soon, then there could be a bigger retracement first before we get that upside. All right, that's my view on the euro dollar. Pound dollar, I really enjoyed trading the pound dollar a lot and recently, but now it's a little bit of a tough spot because of this is the 4-hour chart. It's 130 round level that cannot be broken here. 3 attempts, 3 failures. So it has to really break above that before I'm interested in upside. Now, if it breaks to the downside, I need to see price at least below the weekly pivot point at 128. 127.50 is an important level as well here. So thick layer of support. So if it breaks through the weekly pivot point, I would expect a bounce at 127.50. I would look for a retracement back to the weekly pivot point and look for a bounce here for further downside, basically to 125, basically down to this 143 EMA. There could be a bigger reversal taking place. But I wouldn't want to trade it right here, right in front of support, right? So this could still be a potential bouncing spot for a 4th attempt of that resistance zone. Let's see if this head and shoulders pattern lasts. So at this moment, the head and shoulders pattern did break to the downside. Price is below this support trend line here. So from this perspective, I think there is a fair chance of downside, but I would like to see the break of the weekly pivot point, or if price goes up but fills again up in here, that could also be maybe a good spot to look for a bouncing trade back down to that weekly pivot point. If price does break through 130, what I need to see is at least, at the very minimum, a strong 4-hour candle close above that level, if not even a daily candle that can close above that, to really indicate that the bulls are fully in control and are pushing through the round psychological 130 level. Now, at this moment, of course, price is waiting still for Brexit and all that, but eventually I think there will be a breakout. Just not sure how long this consolidation, of course, can last. Brexit news will certainly have a role in that. For the moment, just waiting for a break above 130 or below 127.50, 128 basically, for a move down to 125 and back to the 21 EMA on this daily chart. Price has really pulled away from that 21 EMA a lot, but eventually it's going to make a pullback back into that zone, and that could be again a bouncing spot for upside, or a decision zone at least for up or down. All right, that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe to the FXDD YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of these videos and webinars from both Nenad and myself. Wish you all great trading, a great day. See you in tomorrow's webinar, and of course next week again with the webinar and video. Cheers. Bye-bye.